Hey everyone, welcome back to Chasing Sparks with Tasha, the podcast where we embrace life's unexpected detours and pretend we totally meant to go this way. You ever have one of those weeks where nothing goes right? You wake up determined to be productive, but 5 minutes in, you spill your coffee, your phone dies, you trip over the cat. Suddenly, it feels like the universe just decided to mess with you for sport. Yep, I've been there. Today's episode is all about what happens when life completely ignores your well thought out plans and instead hands you a congratulations, you're now in chaos mode. Maybe it's your career, a relationship, or just a small thing that snowballed into a full blown catastrophe. Like the time my car was stolen only to be found 5 hours later, completely trashed and undrivable. It looked like someone had hosted a party with a pack of dogs inside. I mean, I expected to be mad, but honestly, I was mostly just impressed by how much damage they managed to do in such a short amount of time. But here's the thing, some of the best things in life come from the moments we never expect. So today, we're talking about how to handle those curveballs, how to pivot when things fall apart, and why your latest setback might just be a setup for something else better. So, why do we struggle when things fall apart? I mean, let's be real. Most of us like to think we're in control. We make lists, we set goals, we tell ourselves that if we just follow the steps, everything will work out. And life, well, life says, that's cute, watch this. It's like when you're running late and everything that could possibly go wrong happens. You hit every red light, someone cuts you off, you finally make it to your destination only to realize you left your wallet at home. It's a cruel joke, and life is just sitting there laughing. I remember when I was younger, I had my whole life mapped out. I dreamed about being a cartoonist for Disney and a dolphin trainer simultaneously because why not? My child brain thought, yeah, I can totally draw Mickey Mouse in the morning and then teach dolphins cool tricks in the afternoon. Solid plan, right? Huh. And then reality hit hard. I grew up in a dysfunctional and abusive home. There were no safety nets, no moments of predictability, just survival. I learned early on that plans don't always mean much when life is unpredictable. By the time I reached high school, I was placed in foster care, bouncing between homes, and never really feeling like I belonged. That wasn't a part of my plan. But looking back, those moments shaped me more than anything else could have. They forced me to become adaptable, to learn resilience, and most importantly, to recognize that even in the hardest times, there were sparks to chase. That's why it's so frustrating when things don't go as expected, because we tie our sense of security to what we think is supposed to happen. And when it doesn't, it feels like we're failing. But here's the truth, detours aren't failures, they're just a different route. Sometimes a longer, bumpier, why am I even on this road kind of route. Some of the best things in life happen when our plans fall apart. Think about it. Didn't get the job you wanted? Maybe that's because the job you needed is still ahead of you. That relationship you thought would last forever didn't? Maybe that's because the person who will love you better is still out there. Thought you could cook a fancy dinner, but now the smoke alarm is going off? Maybe you were just meant to order pizza. The point is, life has a way of redirecting us, even when we fight it. I mean, if I had gotten everything I thought I wanted, I'd be in a completely different place today. The moment you stop fighting the detours and start looking for the lesson, everything changes. Maybe not instantly, maybe not in a way that makes sense at first, but eventually, you'll see that the things that didn't go according to plan actually led you exactly where you needed to be. What should you take away from this episode? Bottom line, your life doesn't have to go as planned to still be amazing. The sparks we need to move forward aren't always in the moments that go right. They're in the moments that force us to shift, adapt, and grow. So next time life pulls one of its classic gotcha moves, try to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, What if this is leading me somewhere even better? If you're in a season where everything feels upside down, just remember this isn't the end of your story. It's just an unexpected plot twist. Before I close out today's episode, I want to take a moment to say something really important. I talk a lot about finding sparks and making the best out of tough situations, but I also know that not every situation is something you can or should just push through. If you are in a situation where you feel unsafe, whether it's in your home, a relationship, or because of something happening in your life, please reach out for help and support. No one deserves to live in fear, and you are not alone. There are people who care, people who will listen, and people who can help. If you don't know where to start, there are crisis lines or professionals who can guide you. Reaching out isn't a weakness, it's one of the bravest things you can do. I say this because I know what it's like to feel trapped. I know what it's like to not see a way out. And if that's where you are right now, please know there is hope and there is help. Your safety and well being matter, and you are worth protecting. All right, that's it for today's episode. If this message really hit home for you, if you've ever had a moment where life threw you a curveball and you somehow found a way to make it work, I'd love for you to subscribe and share this podcast. And remember, keep chasing those sparks. They're out there. You just have to look for them. See you next time.